All right, today we're talking aggregations. You know, aggregations is not just in Power, something you do in Power BI or Data Viz tool, but sometimes you need to run some queries that like summarize information. Well, in this video, we're going to be running you through some basic T-SQL summarizations to help you get up and going and create an aggregation. This is good stuff. I can't wait for it. All right, make sure you've done the whole liking and subscribing thing. Leave a comment, share it. It really helps me out if you do that stuff. All right. Okay. First thing we're going to do is we're going to be doing some basic aggregations right here. And the ones we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing select, and this is count star as total orders. This is all coming from the FactInternetSales table. So what we're going to see is we're going to see the total orders that are coming in from the internet sales. This is actually technically a record count because you actually have multiple items per order in here. So this is kind of, well, you have to be careful with this stuff is I guess what I'm saying here. So we've got the count star is going to give you the number of records in the table. Some sales amount is going to give us the total sales that's in the table. And then average or AVG, parentheses sales amount, is going to give us the average sales in the table. Okay. So let's run it and take a look at what this is. So I hit run. You can see that it gets in there. And we see we've got 120,796 total orders. We've got somewhere in the neighborhood of, holy cow, I can't, 58 million in total sales with an average sale of $486. Okay. So this is our first basic aggregation. It just gives us the totals for a given set of data, right? But you say, hey, Chris, okay, that's great, but I want to like understand like total sales for, I don't know, let's say a customer. Oh, don't worry. We can do that. All right. So we have select customer key, sum sales amount as total sales. And the big secret here is group by customer key. Okay. What this is going to do is it's going to say for each customer, sum up the sales as total sales. Now, a pro tip is I'm going to recommend because you might actually do lots of group buys. You might have many things that you're summarizing it by. I like to have all of my group buys in one place so that I could always go in and copy those group buys down into the customer key, but I'm getting ahead of myself. That's an advanced concept. All right. So this is going to give me my total sales for each customer table. Okay. So I hit run and bled out. I've got for each customer key, I've got a total sales for it, right? So I can see my customer key, total sales, customer key, total sales, right? You could see that they all line up and that we're making some good progress here, okay? So this is our first group by expression. You say, Chris, okay, that's all well and good, but like that customer ID key is kind of meaningless to me. Can I do a join when I'm doing this? And that's exactly right, right? So if I look at this join, now we're still doing the summation, right? But we're doing it from the internet sales table and we're joining on the DimCustomer table. Okay, so we could see first name, last name are what the group by is, right? You can see how I copied this and pasted it down there. And then I've got my summation on it. So if I run this, on the other hand, I can now see I've got my Miguel, Davis, and the total sales by each person. I could, if I wanted to, I could even expand this and say order by total sales. And we'll say descending, and I run it. Blood. We could see that Jordan Turner has the biggest sales. Wow, like $64,000 in sales for Jordan Turner. That's a lot of bicycle sales. All right, so I could do multiple columns inside there. I can have a join. I can do my group by first name, last name. Um, let's see here. Oh, I lost my place in my notes. Okay, filter. I can actually even still filter this. Watch this now. Now, I'm doing the same thing. Customer key, sales amount as total sales, FactInternetSales. But here's the big one. I can use this new expression we haven't seen by before, the having. Okay, so I'm still doing the group by customer key. But I'm saying having some sales amount greater than or equal to 10,000. Okay, when I run this, I'm going to see that all of my customer keys, like the smallest one I have, is going to have $10,000 in total sales. Right? Pretty cool, huh? Now, I think actually is that my last one? Oh no, here we go. Here we go. Check this out. We can even go another step and we can combine this and go further. So we can say, okay, give me my customer key. Give me the order count from the FactInternetSales where this is the order date and having count greater than 5, i.e., I want to know all of the customers and their order counts where the order date happened after a certain date who's had more than 5 orders. Okay. If I run this, blah, I get good answers. I get that exact same subset. Now I could probably use some order dates in here and stuff to help like make sure I've got the right numbers and everything, but that's for additional research and stuff. All right. Now, the big key that we have with all of these all of these aggregations and filtering is that group by functionality. Okay, so make sure that you don't forget about that. Um, and you could combine everything that we've talked about so far into this one video with that group by statement. All right, so here this is your big aggregating data. These are just some examples of how you can aggregate data in queries. There's a ton of different things that you can do here. This is your baby steps first start at aggregating things. I'm going to say one of the big things I like to do as part of aggregations is build out my data validation so that I've got T-SQL queries at the bronze, silver, and gold layers that I can use for validating and testing my data is the same across my entire ecosystem so that I can just make sure that everything is running as we'd expect it to. It's always disappointing when you have everything seems to be running, but you missed a few errors that happened one day, and all of a sudden now all of your reports are out of whack or something like that. And that can happen if all of a sudden an error has occurred and that's block something or whatever. Having these types of queries, doing these aggregation type queries can really help you get through that. All right. So if you found this useful, hit the likes up button. Let me know that you enjoyed this stuff. Regardless, I hope no matter what you got going on in your life, I hope today could be the best day ever. Peace. And if you find yourself just in a situation where you got too much work or too difficult work, or you just need some help with stuff, don't worry. I'm a consultant in the data space over at Baker Tilly. Uh, Over at bakertilly.com/digital, we've got a little web form for you can fill out to get some help and stuff like that. Myself or one of my compadres will reach out and we'll give you a hand. Don't you worry about it. But if you think you can do this type of thing, and I got faith in you, check out these other videos here. So check them out.